Hello crochet lovers! Welcome back to Crochet Lovers. Join me today so we can crochet together these beautiful Peter Pan collars. It's an accessory that has become very trendy lately, and they are ideal to bring a little extra something to any sweater or blouse that you want to make extra special with our crochet skills. We can make them in any size and with any type of material, with thicker or thinner yarns in order to get different types of colors. Let's get to it then. We can use any material, but I suggest you choose a thinner yarn for a 3 or 4 mm hook. And it can be of any fabric you want. It can be acrylic, silk, or cotton. So I'll just get my 3 mm hook, and now it's time to begin. So we make a slip knot. Remember that if you don't know all the basic crochet stitches, you can check them out in our basic course for beginners. So for now, we make a number of chains multiple of 4, until we get to the length we want for our collar. On screen you'll see the suggested lengths for each size. So we'll make 4 by 4 chains until we have the right measure we wanted to get for our collar. And we should get this measure once we expand the chains over a measuring tape. I have already made my 37 centimeters, which is what I need for the size I'm making. This suggested measure corresponds to the perimeter of our neck. So if you want to make it tighter or looser, you just need to add or decrease a number of chains that's a multiple of 4. We can try this directly on the person we're making it for, or over the sweater it will be worn on, so that we're sure it's the right size. Once we have it down, we'll make 6 more chains. So we'll end up having our number multiple of 4, whatever it is, and then 6 more chains, and in the very first one we made, which will be the 6th chain from the hook, we'll make 1 single crochet stitch. This way we'll end up with this tiny hole, which will become the buttonhole that we'll use to close our collar. For this part, I recommend you bring in the button you'll use so we can verify that it fits but it's not too loose. This will show us that we have made the right size for the buttonhole. If we have to make it bigger or smaller, we'll just add or decrease from those 6 chains. For example, if we made 8 chains, that single crochet stitch will be in the first one of those 8 chains we made. And it's the same for all cases. And once we have made the perfect buttonhole, we'll just make 1 single crochet stitch in each chain until we get to the other side. I'm almost done now, so we make the last single crochet in the last chain available, and we should have our buttonhole and then the number of single crochets that's a multiple of 4 plus 1. For me, it's 88 plus 1 single crochet stitches, so it's 89 single crochet stitches. Now we'll keep going, so we make 2 chains to begin the second row, we turn over the project, and we consider the stitch below is done with those 2 chains. So we skip the next one, and in the third top loop from the row below, we'll make 1 double crochet. After this, we chain 1, and we make another double crochet in the same top loop we just used. This is what we'll call a V-stitch. After this, we'll skip 1 stitch, and then the next one we'll make 1 double crochet. And then we end up having our V-stitch, which is this one right here. And then we have that double crochet on its own, right after we skipped a stitch below. We'll keep making this sequence. We skip a stitch below, and then we make a V-stitch in the next one. We already know that a V-stitch is made from 1 double crochet, 1 chain, and another double crochet. We skip another stitch, and in the next one we make 1 double crochet. Now just keep making this sequence until we get to the other side. So we skip 1 stitch, then we make 1 V-stitch, then we skip a stitch and we make 1 double crochet. I'm almost done now. After the last V-stitch, we skip 1 stitch, and we should be getting to the last stitch available, where we'll make 1 double crochet. After this, we'll find the buttonhole, which is a part we'll leave free. Then we'll make 1 chain, we turn the project over, and we begin with row number 3. In this one, we'll be working in the holes created by the V-stitches, so we make 2 double crochets, that's 1, and then 2. After that, we make 1 chain, and then we make 2 double crochets in that very same hole from the V-stitch. This is what we'll call a fan stitch for now. So we make 1 fan stitch in each V-stitch, and in those double crochets we made below, we'll crochet a half double crochet. So we yarn over, we bring in the yarn from that double crochet from the row below, and we pull through those 3 loops on our hook. After this, we should have another V-stitch, and in its hole we'll make a fan stitch. Remember that it's 2 double crochets, 1 chain, and 2 double crochets. And we just keep going with the same sequence. When we find the double crochet below, we'll make a half double crochet, and in each V-stitch, we'll make a fan stitch. I'm almost at the end. I just need to make the last double crochet for the last fan stitch. And to finish the row, we'll work on the second chain from the row below. And in there, we'll make 1 single crochet. This is how the third row should look. If we're making this for a baby or a small child, we can't stop now, because this is the thickness great for that size. If we want to keep going with more rows, we chain 1, turn over the project, and this row is very similar to a previous one. So we'll look for that hole in the fan stitches, and in there we'll make a new fan stitch. So we make 2 double crochets, 1 and 2, always in the hole from the previous fan stitch, then 1 chain, and we make another 2 double crochets. We have 1 and then 2. We have made a fan stitch over the previous fan stitch. And when we find a half double crochet, which is what we made between fans, we'll make another half double crochet. Be careful not to confuse its top loop with that top loop we have in the middle. In the right stitch, we'll make a half double crochet. There it is, that's the sequence for this new row. So we make a new fan stitch. Remember, it's 2 double crochets, then 1 chain and another 2 double crochets in the hole from the fan stitch that's in the row below. And whenever we find a half double crochet stitch from below, we'll make another half double crochet stitch. As you can see, this is a very simple row. And to finish this 4th row, we'll make the last double crochet from our fan. And to close this off, we'll look for the first chain from the previous row, and right in there, we'll make 1 single crochet. To keep going, we chain 1, turn the project over, and for the 5th row, which is the last one, we'll make 1 complete fan stitch in each of these holes. When I say a complete fan, I mean we'll make 5 double crochets. One after the other, we will not be making a hole in the middle. So we make 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 double crochets in each fan stitch from the previous row. And whenever we find a half double crochet from the row below, we'll make 1 single crochet stitch. Remember, it's 1 single crochet in each half double crochet from the previous row. And now we just keep going. It's a very simple row. 5 double crochets in each fan stitch from the previous row. That is 1 complete fan, and then we make 1 single crochet in each half double crochet from the previous row. After we made the last complete fan, we'll look for the first chain from the previous row, and in there we'll make 1 slip stitch. Now we just have to cut the yarn, remove the hook, and our collar will be almost done. We just need to add the button on the other side of the buttonhole. For this, we can use the initial thread for the project, or we can bring in a new yarn. Whatever works best for you. And then we just have to hide the remaining threads in our project. And that's it, crochet lovers! I hope you really liked this tutorial and that you begin making these Peter Pan colors for all the girls and women in your family. They make great gifts and are also an awesome thing to sell, so give them a try in any type of yarn you have and show me your results via social media. I'll see you over here next week with the new tutorial. Have a great day, crochet lovers!